Hi guys, it's Roxy here from allarsforever.com, and I just wanted to say hello and introduce my daughter Leslie. We're doing a joint venture today. We're doing some DIY crafts for the 4th of July. It's all about patriotic. So today we're going to do a table runner for the 4th of July. Very simple. It doesn't take a whole lot of material. It's a great craft.
I think it's actually...
So for our supplies, here's what we need. You need some burlap.
We have this is iron-on adhesive. You can get it on Amazon for very inexpensive. I didn't get it in time from Amazon, so I had to quickly run around like a chicken with my head cut off finding this. And you're going to need some kind of fabric. In this case, we're using bandanas, red and blue. And obviously you need scissors. Oh, and you're also gonna need an iron, obviously, to iron on your stars. Ready to get started?
Oh yeah, let's go. So the first thing we're gonna do is we've got all of our supplies here, and we're gonna take and we're gonna cut out our templates. So we've got our star templates here. We're gonna cut that out. So you know I didn't do well in kindergarten with cutting and pasting.
I'm not surprised.
Then we're going to take our stars, but we're going to lay our stars down on the back side or the wrong side of the fabric, and we're just going to trace around these stars. Okay, this is the heat and bond. There's a shiny side and there's a rough side, a dull matte side. You want to put your material, the wrong side of your material, the side you traced on, goes on the rough, dull side. So you've got two wrong sides together. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of parchment paper. We tried it with a dish towel because it said to use a pressing cloth, and all it did was ruin the dish towel. So what we're going to do is we're going to try a piece of parchment paper. Our iron set on the appropriate setting. It's on cotton. That's what it says. And we're going to hold it. Don't move it around. Hold it for 25 seconds. Okay, so then you take your iron. You're going to set your iron on top of it.
Okay. And there it is. It's good and stuck on there. It did a really good job. That parchment paper is really good.
Okay, so in an effort to have full transparencies, we want to tell you about our duds. It was not budget friendly. The instructions were not very clear. It tells you you should use a pressing cloth. What it doesn't tell you is that it will ruin whatever pressing cloth you're using. It took us way too long. We went on to trying to press the stars onto the burlap. They don't stick. Epic fail number 1. Okay, on to item number 2. So here we are again in our series of DIY 4th of July celebration crafts, but we're gonna need some bowls with some water. We're using Mod Podge, but you can use just Elmer's glue. And we're gonna mix 2 parts of glue to 1 part of water. We've got some glitter here. We've got 3 different colors of yarn. We've got a little bowl of petroleum Vaseline jelly, and I'll explain that a little bit later. We've got some balloons that we've blown up. You will need some jute eventually.
Just any string, really.
Really any kind of string to just string them together.
Let's get started.
One of the things that we saw showed them rubbing Vaseline or petroleum jelly on the outside of the balloon, that it won't stick when you try to pop the balloon. You won't have a problem taking the balloon off. So I'm going to use some Vaseline. Ugh.
Okay, so explain how you
So I've got my little
this.
pile of yarn, and I'm going to just get my fingers in there and dip it all over, and I'm just going to start wrapping it around and crisscrossing.
Ugh, this just feels wrong.
Okay, so now what you need to do, we've put all of our yarn on, we've got our mess done with, and now we've got them on just some wax paper on a cookie sheet. We're gonna let these dry for about 24 hours. Make sure they're good and dry. Okay, for craft number 2, if you use balloons that are larger, then when it's time to pop the balloon, they don't really want to pop. We looked at numerous different directions. It didn't seem to make a difference. Some people said hang them up to dry. Some people said leave them on wax paper to dry. It didn't keep its form. Kind of an epic fail. I give this one a D. Our third craft was actually a success. That would have been the decoupage plate. The craft we're going to do today is awesome. It takes very little time, so here's what you're going to need. Some type of patriotic fabric. You're going to need some decoupage. It really doesn't matter what kind. It can be matte, it can be gloss, it doesn't really matter. Have some fabric scissors on hand. 2 of these clear plates, and they're from the Dollar Tree. Piece of chalk. That's right.
You need this?
Get it on over here, girl. Piece of chalk, okay? And then you got some containers of some kind to set your plates on so that they can dry. You also need a couple of just paintbrushes, medium size, just to put your decoupage on. First thing you want to do is lay your material out, and I pre-pressed this a little bit. It doesn't have to be iron perfect. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your plate, and I'm going to lay my plate upside down on here. You're going to take your chalk. If you don't have chalk and you have flour in your kitchen, take a little bowl of flour, take your dry brush and dip it in your flour and just make an outline around your plate. That works perfectly fine too. Here we have our circle. Set your clear plate upside down so the bottom of the plate is facing you up. And we're going to take our Mod Podge and we're going to put a fairly thick layer of Mod Podge. We're going to paint it with our paintbrush all over the underside of this plate, the bottom side of the plate, which is now upward towards you. And then we're going to lay our material with the right side or the dark side of the material down onto the plate. And then we're going to take and hold, make sure it's covering all sides of the plate. Take your hand in the center, put a little bit of Mod Podge and just start working all the way out. And you can stretch the fabric as you're painting the Mod Podge onto the plate and the fabric until you've completely got the fabric covered.
Okay, I'm starting from the middle, right? Start from the middle and smooth out.
And just keep stretching. You can actually pull the material and stretch it out so that it covers all the edges and you don't have any wrinkles. Then we're going to take our Mod Podge again, and you're going to start in the middle, and you're just going to put a big old lathered layer of Mod Podge over everything. So, next day, we've done our plates, they're dry, and we've got this overhang here. Just take a pair of scissors and you just trim just like that. But there you go. Thanks for joining us for our 4th of July DIY crafts. We hope you enjoyed them. You can hear we got little ones in the background. Hey, that's life. We hope you enjoyed it. We had some successes. We had some challenges.
That we turned into successes.
But that's what crafting's all about. It's just fun, good company, and just enjoying that time. So again, don't forget to check us out at allartsforever.com. Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 6:30 on Instagram. Poolside Chat with Roxy. Have a great holiday.
Happy 4th of July! Boom it. feel like we're like tilting. Lopsided.
You been drinking?
I gotta get through the day somehow.
No judging. No judging here. Oh, did I squirt you?
Sounds like a juicy fart. I think this one I'm gonna try without the Vaseline.
Ooh!
Frack! Yeah, she's got balls hanging from her ears. I don't know. This is a family show. No? In 3, 2.
Are you using the tight woven one?
I
or
like the tight woven
the
one.
looser one.
I like the tight one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Toe fails now. Ha ha.
I can't control what she says. I'm sorry, YouTube. Here's a pit. This is what I pulled out. Whoops.
Trying to kill me.
This is not a pen. Okay, ready?
Yeah. And yes, I was fun even when I was mom.
Yeah, okay. Then that's it. That's a wrap.